Hi Aquarius, this is your October 2020 tarot forecast. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If your Venus is in Aquarius, you can consider this a love or romance reading. All right, so I want to mention as well that for the month of October, we have 2 full moons on the 1st in Aries, on the 31st in Taurus, which is a blue moon. And Mars is in retrograde. And what I'm noticing, just because I'm at the end of the monthly readings here with you now, Aquarius, is that there is, I should say, at least one major or significant challenge or change that is prominent in everyone's reading. So if you find that this doesn't resonate for any reason, give your moon sign or Venus signs a watch, cross watch the other signs for clarity. But yeah, hopefully this resonates with my Aquarians. What does Aquarius need to know for October 2020? Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for October 2020. Just for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. I've been able to get jumpers for the other spreads recently, but this I might have to draw from the deck here. So let me just see. Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like I said, there are just significant challenges. Even though September was a real light, crisp, cool, kind of lots of new fun and enjoyment month for pretty much all signs. October, it feels like there's just a price to pay here or something. You're not alone though, Aquarius. Oops. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for October. I mean, there still is good news coming in, but there is something having to do with past relationship. It's got a hold on you. It's got a hold on someone around you. It's causing tension. Might have to do with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Yeah, the recent past looks really, really bright, but there's something about your emotional world that's being affected by old energy, an old heartache that is taking up a lot of space, taking up a lot of energy, maybe even influencing your creative and financial world. Okay. We just need 2 more. Yeah, you've got a very strong female in your life here, Aquarius. It's either you or you have a very strong female presence in your life right now. There's an argument. 2 5s, guys. What is going on? Again, it's not just you. And like I said, if you are thinking about someone else, for example, maybe give their sign a watch. Yeah, you guys are over this. This 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, sort of blanketing or, encompassing your reading today. This is this feels Olympic to you. This feels like a huge amount of pressure. You're ready to put down a weight. Okay, you're ready to put down a weight. And I feel like you went right from 0 to hero here. You went right from the 1, the ace, which was a new passion, a new spark, a new place, a new spiritual journey, possibly a new job, these types of things, something new and exciting. A new path or direction, and it just shot right up to just a lot of effort, a lot of work, maybe wanting to see the end of phase 1, I guess could be a way to look at it here. But there is an end to a major cycle here, probably having to do with work or passions of some sort here. You do have some passionate energy here throughout your reading, but I am seeing some quiet time within, either taking a step back or going within or looking within in order to move ahead. So taking a step back to take 2 steps forward type of thing. But this here, it might have just been a rush. Something might have been in a hurry. Something might have been rushed. So the central position or the theme, the situation for the month is the Five of Cups crossed or supported by the Seven. This is a huge disappointment in love affairs or your feeling or emotional world around choices or illusion, fantasy. A fantasy is not working out for you, something that you'd fantasized about. And like I said, you might have been really hopeful about this at the very, very beginning as well. But it's turning into, and it could just be an overemphasis on what isn't working. I found with the Five of Cups, there's this overemphasis on the Three of Cups that are spilled, as opposed to the soulmate connection or the camaraderie. So you're either inducing a lot of confusion here or you're being swept up in a lot of confusion here. I see it as a pretty small, I mean, we're dealing with 5s, 7s, and 3s here in the first couple of weeks. I think these are somewhat petty. I think that you can do a lot about this, but you may not want to because there is an entrapment here. I know it's not the devil, but bear with me. When I see the foundation as the Three of Swords and then this earthy sort of a lot of, say, good news and creativity around money, investments, long-term investments, possibly something having to do with a child, something having to do with good news. Obviously, when these are mirroring each other, as they are, the crowning and the foundation, these are overriding each other. These are two different entire worlds. It's almost hard to enjoy. Something's creeping back from the past and making this hard to enjoy, or it's keeping this young and unevolved. So it's difficult to evolve, say, into reality or past an illusion because you may be swept up in your own ideas about it or an old hurt, or you're hanging on to someone or someone around you is hanging on to someone. Here in your recent past is the Sun. This is where I see it's really easy for me to measure that against, say, that 1 to 10 type thing really fast. I feel like September was really positive. It had a lot of success, a lot of positivity. This is a very healing, successful, creatively profound, generous energy. It is the Sun. It is not ruled by Leo. Leo rules, of course, justice. But I mean, in the majors, the Sun is its own planet. It's its own thing, right? The Sun heals and gives life. And there's a revelation. There's a revelation. Secrets are told. Something's revealed. In your near future is the Aries-dominated Queen of Wands. And here's where we're looking at someone who is family-oriented, but very independent, very fiery, passionate, interested. This person is first house energy, right? So this is very self-motivated energy. This could be an entrepreneurial energy here as well. If this is about a business decision, it would be that maybe you didn't know which direction you wanted to go in and you had invested something here and it didn't pan out. I do think there's another way to do something. I would have a lot of faith in yourself at this time. Or someone around you, if you need to have a conversation to conquer some concern or worry or disappointment in your heart, you might want to do that. But I think that what you might want to do here is, what I may suggest is to avoid arguments. Go in, if you have to have a conversation here about how you feel, make sure it's not to express how you feel, okay? Maybe make it about listening to the other person at this time and maybe express yourself at another time. But communication could be tricky by the end of the third week here. Here in the, with the Hermit card is how others see you, and this is withdrawal, but this is a lot of Virgo energy, so 6th house, work, service, health. You could just be very, very busy. You could be withdrawing for a lot of reasons here, Aquarius, but how others are seeing you as someone who has your own lantern. You have your own inner wisdom. You have this sage advice inside. You're not seeking outside yourself. You are able to handle tasks and to commit to things here and to grow steady and assuredly. But you will probably be doing that on your own. It's also number 9 here, so there could be a spiritual advancement here, or you could need some spiritual support here as well. I would even add psychological support, because with the how others see you, how you see yourself is someone who's willing to move in a new direction, possibly over water, short trip over water, but you're going to try to meet someone in the middle here. There's definitely a relationship, right? There's a ship in the card there, but it's how you're communicating. So how you see yourself as someone who is a fair communicator and willing to work out the kinks, willing to find solutions. So again, why is this in your hopes and fears? Because it's conflict. Even though you want an end to conflict, or you want an end to indecision, disappointment, or fantasy and illusion, this Five of Swords is coming up quite a bit in a lot of people's readings, guys. So and again, like fives are just chaos and conflict anyway. The Five of Swords is the hardest of all of them. But, you know, it's just a comfort zone, essentially. It's a comfort zone, and you're going to try to get away from that, essentially, here, because in the outcome or advice, we have the Hierophant qualified by the Eight of Wands. So something extremely positive after perhaps, and more than likely, a difficult conversation. Like I said, say what you need to say. Don't avoid it here. But don't be combative about it. Be a good listener, because this person is interested, or the long haul or the outcome of getting to the root of this issue here is a commitment, probably a contract commitment. There's Taurus energy here, possessions, values, valuables, assets, right? Your assets could go very easily here. And then with the, qualified by the Eight of Wands, this is exceptionally positive, good news. This is very fast and positive good news here. So it could just be that you need to get to the heart of the matter here, especially if there is confusion. I would say if there's third-party energy here, it's time to look at all these swords. It's time to chop, guys. Chop. Get rid of them. Because that stuff just takes up, it's not just a physical relationship. Like I said, even if you just have assets, or even if they just have assets, or they have some sort of hold on you, on your body, your money, your possessions, your assets, maybe it was a relationship, maybe it is a child, something you own together, a creative project you had started together. It's just adding a lot of pain right now. The Three of Swords. You can set yourself free, I find, though, with the Three of Swords. There is this element of you can move past it. But you kind of have to see, you definitely have to see the path out yourself. No one else can do this for you. Yeah, and it could be cutting ties with something that you had been very, very close to as well here. That really wasn't maturing. It wasn't going too far. I would continue going in the direction of a spark of interest here that holds a lot of this fire energy, holds a lot of hope, and, less fear, more hope, right? Yeah. So guys, let's get your oracle cards for you here. We have Badger and Elk. So we have boundaries, and then we have self-esteem. You could just be feeling down on yourself, or not positive about something here, or just kind of let down by a sense of illusion or fantasy. Really be honest about what it is that you need right now, guys. Come to terms with it, what it is you need, and then be honest about that. Trust and romance are coming out of the Healing with the Angels. I do find romance to be an interesting card here to be coming out of a Healing with the Angels deck. I don't see this very often. So trust in a romance here, or romance will build trust here. I really feel like something old and daunting and upsetting needs to be cut out of your life, because there's too much hope and positivity here for a positive new future, a solid future that brings a lot of joy, a lot of positive communication. I don't see you necessarily risking losing someone here, but someone might have to shut the door for a little while, take a break. Healing family issues. Your love life begins as you forgive your parents, or anyone really who has hurt you. Healing family issues. It's time to let go, take those swords out of your heart, or just accept them. And then truth be told, right? So truth be told means you have to tell the truth. You have to be honest, but you have to be clear about what it is you want, with the boundaries and everything, what it is you'll tolerate and what it is you won't tolerate. Because you can't live an entire month under this daunting Ten of Wands. That's a major burden. So wow, a lot going on there for you in October. Try to take it easy. Don't rush into anything, and be a good listener here. If you do need to have a difficult conversation, try not to be combative about that. If this is about romance, give the other person the benefit of the doubt. and you know, listen to their needs. If they need you to cut ties, or if you know that something from your past or something from their past is getting in your way, you may need to make that really super obvious in order to get to the next level, okay? So Aquarius, thank you for joining me today. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video for your sign. Bye for now, guys.